Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a little preventative maintenance, getting rid of this plastic charge pipe that is pretty prone to cracking and breaking, and basically everybody I know has had one of these fail on them. So we have got the VRSF aluminum charge pipe, which is right here. It's got the little meth bungs and stuff, just in case I ever want to do meth injection. So we're going to be installing this today, as I'm holding it backwards like this. So in order to install it, we're going to have to remove this and this to be able to see everything we need to get to down here. And so far, after messing with it a little bit yesterday, this is kind of a pain in the ass. So let's go ahead and get started. So I suggest starting with this little snorkel area, just to make things a little easier. Just go ahead and unscrew it here, here, and here, and here. Once you've got it unscrewed, it should just, both of these should just lift out. Set those aside. Then this here, just can disconnect. I almost just said discombobulate. Disconnect this from the actual intake. The previous owner decided to break my clip on this side, so I only have to unhook one side. But you just kind of pull it towards you. This little accordion shape likes to bend, and then this will just pull straight out. There we go. We've got worlds of room now. Now on to removing this guy. This is on some like rubber mounts back here, and then I don't know how well you guys can see this little silver piece. Like this little red piece is connected to this like silver bracket. This silver bracket is connected to the intake somehow. I have no idea how to get it off yet though, so hopefully I'll figure that out during the video. So we're removing the airbox. The first thing that I like to do is kind of take this top half cover off so I can get to this little sensor to unplug it just a little bit better. But just a little side note here, be careful when unplugging these thingies, because I have already cut the hell out of myself doing it. These things are really sharp, so wear gloves or something like that if you have them. But it's just that easy to kind of get this up out of the way. If you're having trouble taking the top of this cover off, just pull it out towards the front and then pull up. Alrighty, now I've just kind of loosened this little clamp here and pulled this out and disconnected it. I'm going to set this aside as well. I definitely recommend gloves in here, because I am cutting myself on everything and it is not pleasant. So like I said, this thing here is just kind of secured with those little rubber mounts. I just kind of pull up on them and they should just disconnect with ease. Yeah! I have no idea how the hell this one. Oh, it's another little rubber mount right here. Ah! Ooh, this is, I'm not gonna lie, kind of scary. Looks like all of these are put on with like little rubber clamps that clamp these to this bracket. So maybe I just unclamp those and it'll come out. Yep, all those little hoses down there were just kind of clamped onto these little clampy brackety thingies. So wasn't as bad as I thought getting those off. Ugh. So now we have full access to the charge pipe we will be changing out. So let's go ahead and start undoing some of these bolts. Okay, so we're going to be reusing the stock C-clamp. So all I've done to take that is pull it up, and I pried one side off and then it came off pretty easy. Then I removed this bolt here. Now I've got to get to the intercooler clamp here, which should be pretty easy with an extension. Then it should sort of just slide off after I take this little sensor out. Okie dokie, I have loosened this clamp, so the moment of truth is kind of pulling it away, which is probably not the easiest thing to do with one hand, as I am quickly finding out. Okay, so the throttle body came off. You should come off pretty soon here. What the fuck are you stuck on? Ooh. What the fuck? I unstuck something from some sticky tape, is what that sounded like. Why will this not come off? Huh. I'm not sure why that's not coming off super easily. Huh. I'll mess with it, but I guess for now I'm going to take this sensor off as well. Okay guys, so the problem I'm running into here is on the website they say that the O-ring that they supply creates a seal so that this doesn't move so much while it's on the throttle body, because I just put it on and it moved quite a bit. And I'm like, okay, well maybe I reused the stock O-ring. So I've been trying to take this O-ring out and put it in here, but as you can see, this O-ring is like 3 times too big for this. And they did not include an O-ring in the kit, so this is kind of baffling me. Huh. Okay, I found it. So there's a little groove in there where the stock O-ring fits into. I was just kind of pushing it all the way down to the center, but no, you want to stick it inside this little groove where you can see it in there. That way it works 100%. There we go, that's easy. I'm going to take the silicone little bendy piece and I'm going to put it on the end of here, so installation is just a tiny bit easier. It came with a larger clamp and a smaller clamp, so I'm going to use the larger clamp on this end and the smaller clamp on the smaller end, as if that wasn't obvious enough. Alright, it's been like half an hour, and the absolute hardest part of this install is this piece of shit right here. Oh my god. This silicone piping has given me the most trouble I've ever had with silicone piping of fitting it in here. Once it is actually fit in here and everything is, I guess, snug to where it should be, it's right up against your power steering lines. So I don't know if that's going to bug some of you or anything like that. It doesn't really bug me that much, but this is a bitch and a half, I'm not going to lie. Alright guys, I had to take a little bit of a break. I mean, this was retardedly hard. So I ended up reusing the stock clamp on the smaller side because I'm a dumbass and dropped the 10mm bolt down into my floor pan. And there's, for right now, I am not getting that out. So I think I feel like there's no gap down here. Like, it's clamped really hard around this hose. I don't feel like the hose is all the way on here, but it's secured. I've pulled it and I've yanked it as hard as I can and it didn't come off and it didn't budge anywhere. So I think I'm good to start putting the rest of my stuff back on the car. But only thing I can really recommend on this install is, oh man, I don't even have any good tips. Like this pipe right here, the silicone thing, was the worst thing I've ever dealt with. I thought it was rubbing my power steering lines, but there's like a millimeter of a gap all the way around it. It doesn't actually touch the power steering, which is nice. I mean, if it wiggles and hits bumps and stuff, it'll bump it, but it's not actually like brushing up against it. Sensor and everything went on with no issues. The only parts that we are reusing for this kit, or that you should reuse, is this C-clamp and the O-ring on the other side. But I'm gonna go ahead, put this stuff back together. We're gonna go take it out on a test drive and see if it feels any different whatsoever. I mean, I really don't think that it will, but why not, right? Alrighty, everything is put back on. I am thoroughly dirty and cut up. This is what it looks like actually mounted onto the car. Nothing seems, I'm still testing for wiggles and everything else. Nothing seems to be wrong. Let's go ahead and start the car up and make sure everything sounds normal. Whew, she is loud this morning. Okie dokie, we've got a little bit of chirping, but I'm pretty sure that's just my belts being cold first thing in the morning. I don't feel, ooh, let's not touch that belt. I don't feel any air or anything like that leaking. The only air I can feel, unfortunately, is from, oh, my alternator. Okay, thank God. I was thinking it was this, and I'm like, it shouldn't be really sucking anything up right now. Nope, everything seems sound. Feels good to me. I think that is a wrap. let's go ahead, take a drive to the store, and see how she do. Alrighty, car's warmed up a little bit now. We are going to do a freeway on-ramp and see if there's any difference really. To be honest, it feels just like a little bit more linear. That might just be like the honeymoon phase, just because I put something new on the car and I'm looking for any new differences or anything like that. But I don't know, it feels just a little bit more linear. I feel like you can actually like feel a little bit of the power now, not so much. I don't know how to explain it really. Let's just say that there's just a little bit more feeling to the car. Alrighty, so we are at the gas station now after driving around a little bit, getting a little gas. Woo, that was hot. Just kind of checking this out, feeling it all, making sure everything still fits snug on, everything's good. Yeah, seems to be a pretty successful install. Alrighty, and we are back home. Before I end this video, we are going to go ahead and do one more sort of final check, just because I'm paranoid about these types of things and I just want to make sure everything's good. Ugh, that is much hotter than the stock one. Holy crap, that was hot. That's good. This seems to be good. The silicone piping is good. As far as tugging and stuff goes, there's really not a whole lot of movement. Yeah, all the clamps, even though I reused the stock clamp, seems to be enough. I did kind of like use the almighty power of the gods and just tightened it like a lot. So I don't know, I'll keep you guys updated on everything. Okay, pine needles, stop falling in there. Alrighty guys, well, that's gonna conclude this install video. This plane is gonna ruin my audio anyway, so until next time, I will see you guys later.